What's going on, guys? Mick Ambrose with All About Tech, back for another video. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'd like to talk to you about the milestone that Electroneum is about to reach, 1 million users. And I just wanted to go into a bit more detail as to what it means and how important it actually is, going in from a couple different angles. So first of all, let me change the scene quick. I don't want to make the same mistake and do this video twice. First of all, I'd like to say another massive thank you to everyone who's been watching, sharing, liking and commenting on the first 3 videos that I've done. The Electroneum recap is almost at 1,000 views. Almost, so close. So get sharing, guys. I really want that video to reach that 1,000 views. But anyway, yeah. Let's start off by going to CoinMarketCap and seeing what's going on there. So the market's recovering nicely from that little dip that we had. Everyone's green apart from Tether. It's funny because when there was the big dip, they were the only one that were up. So, but look at that graph. Very volatile. Electroneum sitting at 49th, still in the top 50. We haven't recovered as much as what we would have liked to, but still top 50, just over 5 cents and back up 8.32%, which is, well, it's better than being negative 8.32%. So so the reason why I want to talk about this is because it's actually a massive deal and it could have knock-on effects, really. So at the moment, we're currently sitting on 959,038 registered users. If I refresh, it'll be more than that. It'll be... Look at that. So it's already grown about 1,000 users today so far, and it's only 11 o'clock in the morning. That's a really positive sign. So let me go back to OBS and go back to me, because I don't really need my screen at the moment. So what I'd like to talk about is the different angles in which why reaching that million users is so important. So the first point I'd like to bring up is exchanges. In terms of exchanges, the big exchanges like Binance, Bitfinex, Bittrex, they want high volume. The more volume they have on a cryptocurrency on their exchange, the more money they make in transaction fees, etc. So the more users there are, the more likely they are to list a cryptocurrency. I don't want to call anyone out, but at the moment, I've over the last couple days, there's been a couple clickbait videos suggesting that Electroneum's going on Binance when we don't know. I'd love for it to happen. I'm not gonna just clickbait you guys and say, oh, it's gonna happen, insider information, blah 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 blah, when really I don't know. Because that's something I don't like. I don't like clickbaiting users into videos. I like to give just real information. Try to be unbiased. I mean, I am an advocate for Electroneum, but at the same time, I'm not going to hype it up by giving false information. But yeah, Binance would be absolutely fantastic. But by reaching 1 million users, that is an opportunity then for Electroneum. That's kind of like their shining card. They've just been dealt this amazing hand, and that's something that they can use to their advantage by when they apply to exchanges. Say, well, we've got 1 million users that are ready to, let's face it, jump ship from Cryptopia, because they're still down for maintenance, which it will fix. It's only a matter of time, like I keep saying. But like I said, them doing this now, I think Cryptopia know now that it's inevitable that when one of the bigger exchanges do come, their volume is going to go down, and it's going to go down to next to nothing, because people aren't going to use Cryptopia anymore. Because people are going to be worried that they can't get their their ETN out of Cryptopia. Basically, they won't be able to withdraw it. So I think this is Cryptopia's final stand on keeping as much of the Electroneum within Cryptopia as possible by having it down for maintenance. Because like I said, I think the volume will go down once a bigger exchange comes into play. At the moment, there's a couple of other exchanges that the volume's going up on, like Cryptos it's steadily rising. So, and Trade Ogre's risen dramatically since that first popped up unannounced. But anyway, that's exchanges done. Let me take that off. So, partnerships. Businesses want to partner with other businesses that already have a success story, basically. Partnerships can happen down to just a good idea or well, marketing campaign to get the mass adoption. But for Electroneum to be able to go to these negotiations with potential businesses for partnerships and agreements, being able to say, okay, well, we've got 1 million users ready to introduce to your company. What can you introduce to our users? So it's that two-way effect of how can you scratch my back, I scratch yours. How can you help me? Because I can help you with our 1 million user base. Which that's really all I can say on partnerships, really. I mean, numbers speak volumes. And partnerships is probably it's important in the growth of Electroneum as well, because the more companies that get on board with Electroneum, the more exposure we then get as well. So that's all I really have to say on partnerships. That's why it's important to get that 1 million number base, because the number, just being able to say the number 1 million users. We have 1 million registered users. There are big companies in the UK selling products and stuff. They don't have 1 million customers. They don't have 1 million users. So just being able to say, yeah, well, we've got X amount of users, 1 million users, that says it all, really. It opens the door to, and this is the next point. It opens the door for better and bigger media exposure. So you look at big media outlets like the BBC, ITV, CNN. CNN's US, but not just in the UK, but all around the world. Once Electroneum hits 1 million users, the media are going to be like, oh, okay, well, let's find out what this is, because 1 million people are using it. 1 million people have signed up for it. Let's find out what this is. So that, and it's already been said that that Electroneum are doing an interview with the BBC. That was announced before the Mobile World Congress. So maybe they're just waiting for the 1 million users to then say, oh, actually, yeah, we have got the 1 million users now. We can talk about it. And it opens the door for bigger interviews, basically. Which then, in turns, it will then go back to that then chains with partnerships. Because if companies are seeing it in the news and in mainstream news on television, not just online, not just on the radio, but on television as well, companies may be looking at that, thinking, oh, okay, let's see what they can bring to the table. So in terms of interviews, reaching 1 million users opens the door for bigger and better interviews, in my opinion. it's better to go into an interview saying, so we've got 1 million users, rather than saying, so we're almost at 1 million users. The difference between the two, it doesn't sound like it's a lot of difference because it's just words, but the way it's portrayed by the viewer, 1 million viewers sounds so much better as a marketing point of view than almost 1 million users. So they could just be waiting on that. Promotion and advertisement, that again links in with interviews, and partnerships as well. Potential partners that get signed up with Electroneum because of reaching 1 million users, they're then going to be advertising the fact that they're now linked with Electroneum because they have 1 million users. And not just that, Electroneum raised $14 million during the ICO, and reaching 1 million users and then using some of that money to promote Electroneum, because at the moment, in the last email that I discussed in my last video, it said about that the promotion hasn't even started yet, and I think they're just waiting to hit 1 million users so they can advertise the fact that they have 1 million users, because it speaks volumes in terms of a marketing point of view. That's all really I have to say about promotion. I mean, it's self-explanatory, that one, to be honest. And then an interesting little extra that I wasn't originally going to talk about it, but I am going to talk about it because it's comparable in a lot of different ways, and that's the speed of growth. If you compare it to something like building a channel on YouTube, for example, like me building my channel at the moment, I've started off really small, and the hardest part is to get from that 0 subscriber to 100 subscriber, and then that 100 subscriber to 1,000 subscriber. After you reach that 1,000 subscriber mark, it then starts to pick up, because it's basically, because you've already got 1,000 subscribers watching your videos on the regular. I don't want to say regularly because I don't know how to say it properly. But once you reach a certain point, it then just starts building and building and building without as much input needed. And I think that's the exact same case with Electroneum. Building to that first 1 million users was the really hard part in terms of getting this coin adopted. Now that it's pretty much there. It's going to happen in the next 3 to 4 days, I think. At its current rate, it slowed down a little bit from the start of last week, but once it hits that 1 million users, I think it's just gonna pick up in terms of speed in registering users, because once you hit that 1 million, that's then when all these other campaigns and advertising and stuff will probably kick in. And then you'll probably see that 1 million user just grow and grow and grow and grow, and at an accelerating pace as well. So yeah, those are the points. Just to recap, it will affect exchanges, it will affect partnerships, it will affect interviews and promotions and advertisement, and it will also affect the speed of growth. It will kick into the next gear and then just kind of fly towards mass adoption after that. As a disclaimer, this isn't financial advice. It's based off speculation and my personal opinion, which so far on my channel I feel like my opinion has been valued by you guys, the viewers, and that's why I want to bring these videos, because rather than just giving false hype, I want to give real information with real analytics, if that's how you say it. But yeah, that's these points that I'm making. There's reasons behind the points which I'm explaining. I'm not just saying, oh, it's going to affect exchanges, it's going to affect partnerships, and then not give a reason behind it. And that's why I really hope you guys like this video. I really hope you guys subscribe to the channel, because I'm almost at 100 subs now. Well, I say almost, I'm at just over 60 subs, and I'm in terms of it being only like 4 days, I'm extremely happy by it. I'm extremely appreciative towards everyone that's commented, kind words, and appreciating the content that I'm putting out. But yeah, 1 million users. It's going to happen in the next 3 to 4 days, and I think that these points that I've made here today are gonna be affected by this milestone. And I just want to say a massive congratulations to the Electroneum team in advance for reaching 1 million users in the space from November till March, because I think that is really impressive, and it just shows them how the marketing side of things is equally just as important as the technical side of things. Maybe not totally, because the technical side has to work to have a working service, a working blockchain, a working product, etc. But without the marketing, this coin may not have reached 1 million users. Well, in fact, it wouldn't have reached 1 million users. But anyway, guys, I'm kind of rambling on a bit. If you haven't checked out the Electroneum recap video, my first video, please check that out. It's almost at 1,000 views. I'd really appreciate it if you shared it, got it out there to others to view, as it is a good watch, and to just go back and check out the other 2 videos that I've made as well. So thanks for watching. My name's Mick Ambrose. You've been watching All About Tech. Welcome to the channel, and I shall see you in the next video. I've got a surprise video coming up again today, so stick around for that. Anyway, take it easy, guys. Have a good day.